Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in this gospel, bride, lifting up the standard of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson through the spirit, a little quick in transit, titled "They're Coming After You So-Called Negroes Too," which I did a lesson earlier this morning going to the orders that Trump, remember he signed over 200 executive orders on his first day in office, and like he was going into at the camp Saturday. There's no way in hell that you've caught every single thing. Okay. The scriptures say that the devil should come down to you having great wrath because he knoweth he have but a short time. And Esau is getting ready to do just that, okay, to say the least. All right, because you got to understand that you're dealing with unreasonable and narcissistic people, man. All right. And that was a video that came out maybe at the beginning of the week of this Keisha. I don't know what she was. I don't know if she was a public defender or actual attorney or what. But I remember she mentioned that they were rounding up American citizens too, of some sort. And, they had to get them out. I'm assuming from jail or holding or whatever. Because they was getting rounded up as well, as Donald Trump promised to make good on getting rid of criminals that has occupied this country, man. Which in fact, I've always mentioned that they never seem to target these Iranian nationals, these Chinese nationals, these African nationals, these people from the Ukraine. They don't seem to be lumping them up in a category of criminals, so to speak, when we know that predominantly of those men that came across the border with military age men. All right, you notice he's not talking about those people like that, but instead he's focusing on you tribes, man, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that he seemed to be targeting. Okay, because the scriptures goes into the time of Jacob's trouble of the Israelites, when there will be a time that will get so horrific around the planet Earth, and mainly here in Babylon, to our people, to the point it won't be nowhere safe for them to run. And it looked like that we're entering that time. Okay, so for all you so-called black men out there that's talking about, well, that's not talking about us. Like, you had this black woman, I saw a video, and I don't know what the hell she was, but she was basically saying, well, you're an American citizen, they're not talking about you, you're good. I think not. Okay, because you got to understand, Esau has an offensive hatred for all the tribes, and predominantly the so-called black race. Okay, he has a particular hatred against Judah, because in fact our Lord come out of the tribe of Judah. Okay, which the scriptures say that our Lord sprang forth from Judah, which proves that he was born of a physical birth, because if you spring forth, that means that you are brought in the world by a physical birth, which Joseph and Mary had sex. But Jake, being a tribe of Judah, which is a nickname the Jews, Esau Edom has a particular alt with Jake, man. Okay, because the so-called black man being a head tribe, okay, that's a outright threat to Esau's kingdom, because it tells us in the book of Genesis, the 49th chapter, that Judah is a lion's whelp, and he croucheth down as an old lion, but who shall rouse him up? And his hand should be in the neck of his enemies, man. So Esau understands that once Jake rouses up, the other tribes are going to follow in suit. So I speculate through the spirit, when they finally hit the boot, well, when they finally get boots hitting the ground, or when boots hit the ground, I speculate that you're going to have some type of rising up of Jake, which is going to set the other tribes up to rouse up against this devil. Because it tells us in Zechariah that when the Most High should bend the bow with Judah and fill the bow with Ephraim, and they should be a mighty men against thy sons, O Greece, roughly paraphrasing it. That's going into the tribes linking back up, man, because right now there's war on us, So for all you Israelites out there that's playing games, and you know, you think that this devil is going to be friendly with you and play nice with you. That's not the case, man. All right. Once again, Revelation 12:12, the devil has come down to you having great wrath because he knoweth he had but a short time. So it's not going to be nowhere safe for you Jakes to go and to do, man, because, you know, they've done away with that DEI shit, and a lot of companies are following suit. They're talking about cutting a lot of programs, and I read that the judge put a temporary freeze on Trump's federal funding, something like that, because I think he put a freeze to like a lot of federal programs and all this other shit. But I believe a judge shot it down temporarily, so somehow they may bypass Congress to get this ordeal running, because once they cut a lot of federal funding, you know, then, you know, fucking food stamps, public aid, you know, and some semblance of child support, because even though child support is a state entity, they do receive federal funding through the state. Okay, so expect a lot of these programs to phase out over time, man. You know. But anyway, going back into the account, I was looking at Elder Malcolm's video that he did. Probably, I think he just put it out maybe 30 minutes ago, and I was trying to follow it. But he went into how all hell was breaking loose, and how the left-hand side of apparitions was basically manifesting themselves, and Esau Edom was basically trying to do away with these left-hand apparitions, and that's the spirit. Because 2 nights ago, I actually had a dream, and something was telling me, look, it's finna be I Am Legend vibes out here, okay? Because I was around my old house, and I went outside the back door, and it was like this big open field, but it was red outside. Like if you ever like seen the sky, but it was more like it was kind of like a sunset red, but more of an overcast, like a storm just got finished brewing. Okay, so it was clouds everywhere, but you can see the red hue and the clouds, and something was telling me, look, I Am Legend vibes, I Am Legend vibes, because you got something which is called the I forgot what it was called in I Am Legend, but it was something called the something virus, when they released it among mankind, and these men became like zombie-like creatures, and the spirit kept telling me it's getting ready to be I Am Legend on steroids, man. Okay, so the dream that he had was kind of similar to the dream I had 2 nights ago, but his seemed to be a little bit more thorough. But he mentioned that how, you know, the elder brother Bara had died in a dream. And, you know, anybody that knows elder brother Bara is very austere, sincere brother, very funny brother. I love him, you know, but very stoic, very stern, beautiful brother, man. And I felt it because it brought Elder Malcolm to like an emotional point when a brother had died in a dream, because, you know, you have dreams like that when shit happened, you feel it, you know. But he said that the brother... Speed check reported. But the brother was basically speaking to him, and, you know, without even talking to him, as he had passed on, which I speculated that was a form of spiritual power, or the Lord translated him, man. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, overall, all hell was breaking loose, man, and Esau came down with great wrath on our people. So with that being said, man, things are getting ready to take a turn for the worse, okay? Because these Edomites, they're getting proud. You know, they're cutting people off at the road. Cops are getting immunity. Like I watched a video last night of, I believe, a Jake trying to fight a cop, and all of a sudden they put like 9 bullets in this dude, man. Okay, so the war is on. Okay, all hell was getting ready to break loose, and if you can't see that Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible talks about, then that's on you, because you got YNs out there. You know, elder brother Manada Zakbar did a lesson of this El Shaddai El, whatever this YN, some goof troop, some clown, you know, YN mama's boy, basically stated that, well, we're not going to have no Edomite slaves in the kingdom. Only people that's going to serve us is the people that didn't make it. Well, Esau, that's contradictory, because Esau ain't going to make it, man. You know, but see, that's the type of mentality that our people are in, because they love this devil. But see, they getting ready to find out the hard way, you know, because hey, Trump using that semblance, fuck around and find out. You Jakes are getting ready to fuck around and find out that this man has no care in his heart for you, man. Okay, we specified and we told people that, look, eventually they're gonna target all the tribes, man, because it don't benefit them to just target the Northern Kingdom. This is why a lot of these jobs are empty. A lot of people ain't coming to work because they're afraid. But it ain't going to benefit them to just target all the Northern Kingdom people, because the people that they're targeting that came across the border that's doing nefarious shit was sent over here to do just that. So I highly doubt if Trump and the Trump administration is targeting the agent provocateurs that they allow and pay to come over here. Okay, I don't believe that. I believe that Trump is using that, or Esau is using that as a ploy to go after the tribes completely, because them ICE raids, they can show you any goddamn thing, man. We don't know who they grabbing up. I mean, we know, but we don't know if they grabbing up the wicked ones that came across the borders. You know, talking about the Venezuelan prisons and Trinity. Man, as far as I know, them gangs were sent over here to start chaos, man. And it didn't make sense for Biden to send them over here less than 2 years ago just for him to deport them back. That was part of a bigger pump fake, you know. So I don't know. I'm not buying it. You know, I'm not saying he's not grabbing up tribes, because clearly he is. But the ones that's causing all the trouble, I don't believe them the ones he grabbing up, because they need those people over here to create some type of order out of chaos, man. Like a lot of those men were military-age men. What happened to those dudes? Okay, because if millions came across the border, they estimate 50 million people being in the United States illegally, and you only grabbed up a couple of thousand of them within 8 days. It's a lot of people that's still not touched, man. Okay, so shit is getting ready to happen. They're going to leave a certain sect of these people over here so they can be justified on starting shit, so they can be like, you know what, we got to get these niggas out of here because they ain't nothing but a bunch of troublemakers, man. All right? So anyway, precept. This is the book of Leviticus 26 and 17. And it says, and I will set my face against you, and ye should be slain before your enemies. And this is talking about you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay, you Israelites. It says you should be slain before your enemies. And who's the enemy of you Israelites? The so-called white man, okay, the Arab man, the Asian man, okay, the East Indian man, the African man. Okay, a lot of these military-age men they have over here that they have allowed to come across the border on your tax dollars is basically waiting for, they're basically waiting to get marching orders so they can be justified on killing you, man. Okay, and that's really what it boils down to. They want to be justified on putting your ass in the spirit world. And that's the spirit. That's what they're going to do. All right, and it says here that they hate you should reign over you, and you should flee when they pursueth you, man. Okay, so all you YNs out there with your switches and your Glocks, hey, you better get ready. Because, hey, when Esau comes down, he's not going to play fair with you, man. Okay, because they already have a hatred and an offended hatred towards you Jakes. All right. 20, and it says, and I will set my face. No, I read that already. What is this? Isaiah 9 and 12. And it reads, it says, the Syrians before and the Philistines behind, it says, shall devour Israel with open mouth. And it says, for all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Right. Okay. So basically, you behind enemy lines, man. So it's getting ready to get real bloody and deadly out here. And just piggybacking on the dream that Elder Malcolm had, he said that he woke up 3 times and he continued to have the dream. So that was more like a vision. Okay. Usually when you go to sleep and you wake up and then you receive the same dream, and 9 times out of 10, that's a vision, because visions are played out like movies. And the difference between which dreams and visions, they can be interchangeably, because a lot of dreams that's floppy can be visions too. But the ones that the Lord really gets through to you is the ones that don't skip scenes, man. Like when I had that vision when I was in a concentration camp, that played straight through. It wasn't no confusion as to what was happening. I was well aware of what was happening. Okay, I didn't wake up with no confusion. I didn't wake up saying, what the fuck? The Lord told me straightforward, look, this is going to be the result of some men of the Lord and a lot of Israelites, you know, and people that speak out against this system, period. It says their fate will be to die in these concentration camps, man. And that was the clear message. So I speculate that Yahweh Shemi Shai sent the elder a message, man, in that dream. Okay, so, hey, prepare your minds, brothers, man. You know, things are getting ready to take a turn for the worse, you know. Lucky for us, we have Yahweh Shemi Shai on our side. And, you know, keep praying, keep fasting, and keep asking the Lord to have mercy upon us, because that's really all we have at this point. Okay, no amount of guns, no weapons, no type of prepping for this. Like you got these people that doomsday prep. That ain't gonna be enough in this day, man. All right, doomsday prepping and being what do you call those people? Water. That ain't gonna. Them people gonna get straight up steamrolled. Okay, because for one thing, if you gonna prep on something, why in the hell are you going to the internet where millions of people can watch you and probably know where you stay at by now, that follows you and probably hacks your IP address, they coming for you, man. So if I was a prepper on that level, you good goddamn well you won't know nothing about it, you know. But anyway, it's a quick lesson. I'm actually at my destination, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashimi Hawashai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and others, a great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the whole elect. Lord's will, you are edified. Until the next lesson, shalom and above. Shalom.